All right. Good afternoon or evening, everybody. Hi, Goddess. You're early. Hey, welcome in. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well today. Ooh, waterfall. We'll see. Hopefully. Never done it before, so it's going to be a total fly by the seat of my pants. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so I have a plan to need a waterfall for a painting in the future for something, and I need to get some practice in, right? So I figured I would at least fake it and try. I've got a couple scratched small pieces of paper here, so I can play with that. So we'll see how that goes. Uh, yeah. I guess I'll start as normal. I guess my name is Bear. I'm barely watercoloring. Okay, the intros are done. Good. I was just laying down for a nap when your notification hit. If I go silent, you know why. No problem. Feel free to take a power nap. I totally get it. I would too. Um, I made some changes. You can probably see I've modified some of the theming around. For now, we'll see. I like it, but we'll see how it goes in the grand scheme of things. I'm just kind of playing. It does take up a little bit of the space having a border, but I kind of like the theme being all geeky and that I do IT work during the day. I don't work on Windows like 95, 98 computers like this looks like, but it's the era I enjoy from computer tech. So I did a theme like that because it's simple. And you can see the chat over here to the right, at least in landscape mode. You can see the chat on the right over here is on like that traditional green background that like Windows kind of shipped with as the default background. So that's kind of neat. And I've got my little character chatting over in the corner and blinking, and he's not doing like black screwball like blackout things like it was earlier in the week. I figured out what that was, I think. But the vertical though, if you are watching on the portrait mode, I'm sorry, it's there and it's functioning pretty much the way as it was previously, but the chat is a little bit slid off screen. I didn't reorient it yet. I suppose I could, but I don't want to. But I could. I could have done it earlier. It is a million miles away. It is this one, and then I can grab it. Or maybe I unlocked the wrong one. I unlocked the one for the main stream. That's what I get for screwing around. Click on that one. Click on stream element. Unlock. Grab it. Slide it. Bada bing. Problem solved. That's all I had to do. I could have done it earlier, but I was stubborn and did not do it. Okay, there we go. I love the left side and corner. So cute. Starfleet cup. I know, right? Isn't it adorable? I love it. It's super cool. Look at the starting soon screen, too. I got the little animated little like loading screen thing there to show that it's not the stream's not frozen. And if you look in the bottom right hand corner, you'll see the clock is actually a clock. It actually tells the current time, at least for me, Pacific time. Yeah, and it's got comment, right? Isn't that cute? He's on the ending screen too. The ending screen is very similar to this one, but it's got, like the closing stuff on it and everything too. Yeah, so I'm super happy with it. It's geeky, it's silly, it's me. I'll keep it for now, but if it ever gets in the way, then I'll change it. But I still have some of the same stuff. I have the portrait cam on the landscape mode where I can turn it on and it just shows up on the right side of the normal stream, but it doesn't cover up the chat or anything like that, right? I've got the negative thing set up and I verified it, and apparently it is actually negative, and somehow we did something wrong, or I don't know. I might have to play around with it and really get some color, like opposite pages printed or something, and then confirm them. But everything else I checked worked. So who knows? That said, the other thing I added was my screen on the right. So if I ever want to, let me go to a safe page somewhere. Instagram, you're safe. Yeah, so if I go to my what I normally use my second screen, my touch screen, and I show it sometimes on stream when I want to like watch videos or share a website. I put it in a little like fake Internet Explorer kind of browser called NetSurf, and it looks just like it's a little browser on the stream, and I can scroll up and down the pages and everything in it. The scroll bar on the image doesn't work; it's an overlay, but inside it works, and I know what the address is. The address bar is always blank on this, but hey, you know what? It's just there for looks. And I think it looks pretty cool. So I've got all kinds of little goodies all lined up that look, like they fit the theme, sort of. So I'm very happy with it. All right. All that mush aside, and just screwing around with the theme and making it look the way I want. How are we going to paint waterfalls? That's a damn good question, right? So I've been looking at some YouTube videos and getting some like tips and tricks, sort of. I don't know how many of them I absorbed, but I'm probably going to try to just do them from memory and try to remember like most of it and then just go off my own intuition and just see how it goes. I don't expect the first one to be perfect. I'm not trying to go for perfect. I'm going for like generalized waterfall scene kind of thing to see how it goes. I'll just see how it goes, right? Uh, the water actually fell down the page. Oh, let the water actually fall down the page. You think so? I could. I mean, that would be a waterfall, and I'd be doing it right. But I don't know. I've tried watching a few, and I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole of watching people's, training. I don't know. I'm asking. I don't think so. No. Um, it's truly there's a variety of methods apparently. I'm asking you. I don't know what I'm doing. Are you kidding? Oh, this is all off the seat of my pants. We're gonna try it with a very small amount of trying to go off of YouTube video uh, people who have posted their how-tos over the course of time. Let me find. I have to pull this giant clipboard out of the way. I still have to come back to figuring out what to do with this at some point. I haven't finished the other half of it. Maybe I will later and then get the stars on it and finally peel this, but I'll do it whenever. I'm just being a pessimist about it. I'll get around to it whenever. For now, let's scoot it over here. Ow! Man, I still really have to be careful. My right shoulder is still hurting. Oh, anyway. I need a clipboard. Where where are my clipboards? Did I do something with it? Oh, did I put it down here? Hold that thought. Yes, I did. Clipboard. All right. So for waterfall, let's grab some tape. You'll work. Just some thin stuff because I don't want to go too nuts with covering up what little paper I've got. Should I do a horizontal waterfall or a vertical? I'm thinking maybe vertical. Does that make sense? Probably do that just for keeping it vertical. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's go ahead and grab some tape. Oh man, is it Thursday already? That's crazy talk. Vertical? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. All right. All right. Let's go here. Okay. Well, that didn't line up. I moved it at the last second. There we go. All right. One side down. I'm trying to use a couple of. Through this semi-charm kind of life. Baby, baby, I want something else. Then when you say goodbye. Jeez, had like a worse time tearing that tape today. These bells and bells of you, myself back to the place where you said I want something else to get me through this signature kind of life. Baby, baby, I want something else. So when you say goodbye. All right, could be enough tape. Get it pressed down really well. All right. Uh, let's get size 6. Maybe go a step up from that too, just in case we need it. I'll get our little square spray brush as well if we need it. Have anything on me? No. No, I'm good. All right, I've got my water in case I need that. Should be almost everything I need. There's a potential I'll need something else in a minute. Let me, that's not it. Is that it? Yeah, there we go. Potentially an X-Acto knife. We'll see. I think that was pretty much it, aside from having some spare paper towel handy. So I'll get a couple small sheets of that to turn off so I don't have to fight for it in a minute. All right, and I can use those when I need them. I'll get them away from the heat source over here, my heat gun, so I don't accidentally set the place on fire, which I would never do. Right, put my brushes up above so I can get to them. I think that's pretty much everything I need to get started. So a lot of the videos I saw, um, they had a variety of different methods, and I guess everyone has its own benefit for how it looks, right? So one of the ones I found that I like is uh, it's like basically negative space, right? Some of them say pretty much preserve the white. It's kind of like the big thing in watercolor. Don't use white paint. Don't use white watercolor. It preserve the white on the paper, which is great and can work and can look beautiful and will look beautiful. An alternative option is also use, I still got some down here, but I've got the tube, white gouache, to paint a majority of like the base bluish ultramarine, whatever color you want for the water in the waterfall, and then add additional white with white gouache. And it could be a combination of that, right? I think I'm going to do the leave the white method. And then if we need gouache for anything at the end, we can do that depending on how it looks. Could look like garbage, could look wonderful. We're going to find out as we go. I'm going to try. So let me make sure everything is lined up where everybody that is watching can see. I think everything is at least mostly visible. Landscape view people can't see my palette. It's off to the side. Portrait mode people can see like half my palette. I've just got it over here. I realize most people don't want to see the palette, and if you do, I'll show it at some point. But typically, it seems to be just a waste of space to have it on camera because I'm barely there. I'm just grabbing paint from it and running, right? Okay. Have I yammered enough? Maybe. Okay, oh, I'm also gonna need something to get some water down, so let me use this, I think. Yeah, we can probably do this one. Yeah, yeah, that'll work. Yeah, that should be fine. All right, so what am I gonna do? I'm thinking because it's vertical, we're gonna go for a taller waterfall, but it's not gonna be the whole page. I think we'll probably do like the top quarter will be just like background scenery above the waterfall. The middle half should be waterfall area, left and right of the waterfall, rocky stuff, things like that. And then the waterfall in the middle, and then splash zone, right? The water at the end on the bottom of the waterfall, the lake, the beginning of the river, the area where it all kind of catches and lands and mists and pops and makes waves and all that crap, right? So I'm gonna try. I have no guarantees it's gonna be great, but I'm going to do my damnedest. All right. Enough battering myself about it. Let's just do it. So I need some water up top. I'm probably going to start at the very beginning, up top, I mean, and then work my way down. So I need an area to be able to do the scenery. And it should be pretty well wet. And I'm not going to really touch the waterfall part yet. I'm just going to do some sort of basic scenery on top. Okay, so I'll get some water down here in a second. Let me go ahead and spray my paints and get them started, thinking about what they did. One day, one day I'm going to get a better spray bottle so I don't cramp my finger up. That's a lot of spraying. I definitely need a I definitely need a bottle that's got a bigger handle. There's one that I found online that I want to get that's it works differently than this kind where it sucks it up when you press the thing down. There's one I found that when you squeeze the trigger, it creates negative pressure or positive, I'm sorry, positive pressure inside the container, and then the pressure forces the water up and out. So you can squeeze the trigger and it creates the pressure and it just keeps spraying as long as there's pressure. So you can just hold it down. So you can like pump it a couple times and then hold it and it'll just spray really nice. Oh, I want to get some of those someday. New Vegas, hi, welcome in. Nice, you made it old Windows. I did, yeah. Yeah, the starting soon, ending screen, and my live scene are all Windows themed, at least for the landscape, the horizontal view, the standard view. The portrait mode, I've not updated for that yet. The chat is in my bear character, my PNG tuber, is Windows themed on the portrait view, but I've not done a similar theme yet for a portrait, but I'll get there. Where's Ask Jeeves? I know, right? I totally need to. Ask Jeeves or, God, man. Is Jeeves still around? For a while there, it became ask.com, but I don't know if it's still around anymore. Those are the old days, right? God, when you used to be able to actually use a search engine and it just came up with search results, no ads, no garbage. Those were the days. All right. Oh, am I scared to do this? I'm just afraid to do something new that I might suck at, but let's try it anyway. All right. So let's go ahead and now that I sprayed that down, let's get some water. Oh, I love the little sound effects too. I turned it way down so it's not really loud. Yeah, I miss the old internet. Me too. Gosh, it was so good. Those were the good old days, man. Except, interestingly, when it comes to maps, mapping back then sucked because you used to have to locate what you were trying to get to and you would print out the directions because we couldn't just like look them up on our phones back then and print them out. And if you made a wrong turn, you'd still be lost. There was no redirect, rerouting. There wasn't anything like that back then. Rerouting was pulling over and asking for help to get back on the map. That was a day. All right, so let's get some greenage and some sky, and then maybe make some trees or shrubbery or something on the upper part of this. So for sky, I'll probably just go. I think I'll do phthalo blue. I'll just do a light amount of that. If I hit all the water, yes, I hit right to the edge of it right there on top. Okay, because I'm gonna take this mostly away anyway. Let me go ahead and just dry brush, or should I clean it? And then pull back some of that right in the middle. This is why I have the paper towel over here. Here we go. All right. Okay, and while it's still wet, let's get some greenage. I've still got some on my palette, so I'm just going to use that. I went a little bit too far with that one section right there. This was not supposed to be green. Yeah, most of that will be covered up with the rock stuff in a minute. Okay, and then what's it gonna be? Gonna be get some of that I think it's green appetite genuine and some sap green. I'll just get a little bit darker stuff going in here. Right. I'll leave that. And I think that looks really nice. I think I need a little bit more of the, or at least I need to soften some of the blue right here because it got really, really rigid. There we go. I just wanted it lighter. I didn't want it to be like nothing was there. Oh, let's see. Desert. Hi, welcome in. Yeah, navigation was not okay. No, it was not. Hey, it was a nightmare. I remember using MapQuest to get around Atlanta. Holy hell, that was a nightmare. Uh, Vegas, barely. I've noticed playing retro games on modern PCs can run into issues which can be a bit annoying. It may even be better to just get the retro game for the retro console so you know everything will be okay with it. It depends. It depends. Weirdly, some of the oldest stuff that you can do, I think, am I at a point where I'm not going to hurt anything by leaving it? Yes, I think this will be okay like this, and I actually need to let this dry, so I'll let that sit for a minute. Let me rinse, and then we can chat for a second, and then we'll get back to it. Yeah, I think it depends on what it is, right? So if you've got some very old, we're talking DOS, Windows 3.1, uh, even some early Windows 95 and Windows 98 games, you can usually get them to work, but you usually want to get them to work inside of an emulation system like a DOSBox, uh, or things of that name, of that type. Um, it does a lot better job at being able to run things at a reduced and set speed than trying to run them on modern operating systems. Modern operating systems, some of them just don't know how to handle some games, and they'll run at like mega speed, and some will be running like trash, even though they ran on much, much lesser hardware in the past. Most of them are emulation. I used some. Did I use it on here before? I don't think I did. Um, I forget the name of it, but there are these people that made some collections of games from DOS, Windows 3.1, even some really old Mac, like classic Macintosh, Windows 95. I don't know if they did Windows 98 yet. They might have, but they made some collections of games, and they're already pre-configured, so you can download the entire collections. You can play any of the games that are in the collection, and they're already preset, known to work. They already pre-configured them. You don't have to mess with them at all, right? But if you got something very custom you want to do, there's usually tips online on how to make them work, but you really gotta want to play it, right? Because it's a lot of effort to get them to work right. Which is that? See, I don't remember. I'll have to go look. I'll have to go look them up later. I had them for a little while, but they take up a lot of storage space to and download the whole thing. I'll have to find them. But if I find it, I'll let you know. Let me see what else is said, and then I'll come back to that. Desert might go AFK. My phone is overheating like crazy. Of course, understood. Go for it. Thank you for being here. And if you gotta go, you gotta go. Goddess said hi. Goddess said my phone is sitting on an ice pack as we type. Guys, you gotta use air conditioning. No, I'm kidding. I know it's hot. It's crazy. It's probably really disgusting. I don't know if it's humid or not, but it's probably really hot. It's in the desert. I know. I used to live in Las Vegas, so it was pretty terrible. But we definitely ran with air conditioning, and we paid for it in our bill. But we used the air conditioning down to like 69 or 70. Like we let it get low, because I don't like the heat. I'm fine being in it for a minute, but I can't live in it in my house, in my home. I won't do it. I'd move somewhere else. I would not deal with that. It's not worth suffering for me. For me, a lot of people can handle it. Um, Funny how that works. Modern fast computers can run retro games worse. Yeah, it's just because the way that old games and old software was meant to run, it didn't need as many extra features. And weirdly, a lot of those features that they ran on aren't used anymore. So some things that were mandatory to make things run properly back then don't work or don't exist. Like maybe some old DirectX stuff is not backwards compatible. It's just really weird. Uh, while my AC is on 70 in the room, wall unit has to be that low to keep up with the desert heat. Ugh, that's so sad. It's just like exhausting. Like we have a window unit and it's 80, 84, 82, 80 something, low 80s today. But we got the AC set to 69 and it's nice. And it's just sitting there doing its thing. It's totally chill. It's keeping it somewhat comfortable. I'm not gonna lie, if I was the light right here puts off so much heat, the AC does not account for all of it. It keeps it neutral. And if I had to sit here in the heat with this light and the air conditioner, even though it's behind me, is not doing as well, if I did not have a chance that the camera could turn or twist or do something crazy, I'd probably take my shirt off and just sit here so that I would not sweat. But that's gross, and I'm not going to do that to you, obviously. But man, let me tell you, the next place we live, I want to make damn sure it's got central AC because man, we need it. We just need it, man. Okay, how do? Is that coffee? It is coffee. Probably because I don't have very many redeems. Huh. Hmm. And I have it right here. Mm-mm-mm. Okay. Well, the top bit looks okay. I'll add some more to it in a minute just to give it some new texture. It's drying off pretty well. I think I'll do that now, actually. I realize I'm probably going to need something else here in a minute. I'll get to that. Let me get some of the sap green with almost no water in it. Oh yeah, that's because that's literally almost no water. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, there we go. Avenue where I used to sit with you. Whoops. Okay, let's grab some yellow. Okay, that's good enough. It's just green edge. I'm not going for perfection because I'm not good at perfection anyway. All right, let's clear that out. And let's start looking at rocks. Before we do that, I think, let me think, do I want it wet or am I going to do it dry? I think I might wet it down a little bit. No, maybe I'll just do wet on dry. That seems like a smart idea. But let me grab, where did I put it? Oh, fudge. Oh, there it is. I see it. Oh, come with me. Come This thing, this fake credit card, this paper and not plastic. Is this based off a real life waterfall? No, I'm going totally off just memory. Just what I'm imagining? Yeah, I'm fully just imagining something here. We're just gonna wing it and see how it goes. Um, okay, so let's get some water down. So I think what I'm gonna do is down to like here. Like I said, I'm gonna get some rocks on the left and right side. So we probably should go for a light brown color. I've got transparent brown oxide, yellow ochre. I'm looking at my list up here. If I want it to be a little red, I've got transparent red oxide. I do have burnt sienna light. I don't have a darker burnt sienna. I don't think. No. I have Quin Deep Gold. That's useful. I could probably use a little of that as well. And we'll mix it with something like ultramarine or something. Yeah, we can try that. Yeah, so maybe I'll do some yellow ochre, burnt sienna light, and then maybe Quin Deep Gold with a little bit of ultramarine in it too to kind of darken it up a little. Maybe that'll work, right? Yeah, like a reddish brown and blue should darken it up a bit. Let's see. Have you painted waterfalls before? Oh, at Goddess? Come on, girl. Have you painted a waterfall before? I haven't. This is a total experiment. We're gonna see. All right. Okay, so let's get first I said yellow ochre, so let me wet down some of that. And I'm going to use my a larger brush, a 12, size 12 round. I'm going to get a little bit of yellow ochre. And I'm going to make it splotchy to start with, I think. I think I'm just going to hit it in some of the areas and then just kind of get a little, and just let it work its way down to here, and then I'll stop it. And then same on this side over here. I'm just winging it. That might be dangerous. We're going to find out how it goes. All right. Okay. And then I'm going to overlap with some transparent brown oxide. That's this guy. Open live. What's it like there? Is it all that you want it to be? Does it hurt when you think about me and how broken my heart is? Take you away from that empty apartment you stay. Let's look at that Quincy Gold. That's up in the top left corner. This should give us a little bit of some reddishness. Reddishness? That's not a word. It's just to get some red in here. I might take that up right there. Okay. Your friend. Right, let's get some darker. I need some darker brown. I have that transparent brown oxide. I can do that. I used it already. And just get some down over here. And then this is a burnt sienna light. Get some of that in there. And then let's get some ultramarine. Okay. Yeah, that darkened it up really nice. Trying to fill in all the little white spots that I left dry. Okay. Let's use this card while we got it. I saw this. I don't know how well it's going to work because I've never done this before, but I'm going to use a corner of this and try to scratch like shapes into it. It said that it would work, but that stuff never does like it says it's going to. Oh yeah, like this is paper. It's not plastic, so it's not really scraping much, but we can try. This is supposed to like give like some texture to it, but we'll see. Well, that was a thing. Okay. Right. I'm gonna try to get some color in where the waterfall is without going hopefully too nuts. Is it good? I don't know. Just get some water. I think I'll add some water to this down here in a minute. Go. So I get to you. You are my only one. Let go. My only one. Get some water. They're just introducing a lot of brown into it. Waterfalls are hard, guys. Uh, that needs to level off some. I think I raised this up too high. They make it look so easy. Don't even know. Are you my only one? Okay, we can tweak it. Don't they say every painting has an ugly phase? This is it. It's always in this moment, I'm sure. All right. Okay, so let's think it through. We're gonna want to add some like chunky things to the trees to make them look a little more real. I need to add some white on these rocks to give them some kind of texture, maybe more water coming down. And I need to fix the water as well a little bit. Yeah, I think we can do that. Let me prepare this. The gouache. Let that sit and think about what it did. It's a little louder than I want it to be. Let me turn that down. I feel like I'm yelling over it. Okay. The water part of the waterfall is not looking very watery. That's my fault. Let me try to give it just a hint of some water back. We just probably just pull this right up again. Not too terrible. All this again. Go back in time with you where this all began. Behind. Always in my heart. That is too thick. I can do better. Um, the script brush. I rarely use, but I need to right now, I think. Sorry, I'm focused. Trying to fix some of these to make them look less like blobs of rock and look like actual rock. In my heart. You're always in my heart. I'm sorry, I'm so focused on trying not to screw it up too bad. I'm just adding some of the white gouache on the bottom now to try to get that like misty thing you get on the bottom, and then thinning it out as I go to the left and the right. Okay. Okay. That's a thing. All right. Uh, how about I think we make it dry, and then maybe we look at adding some reflections in the water that I didn't do of the rock, and then try to just add some texture to everything. Let's see. Dry it off. It's mostly dry, but I'm just gonna hit it once. Okay. Let's wet it down a little on the bottom. Mhm. Singing lines from all our favorite songs. Okay. Wow, that had a lot in it still. Oops. Clean up your act, mister. Alright, that's fine. So some of that white gouache on the... Oh, it's still there. Well, I'll get it up later. Let's get some sepia, because why not? And mix it in our little brown stuff over here. And just get a few little twiggy little branches and things over here. My last night with you. Okay, I'm going to stop at the branches there. I don't like the rocks. I'm not quite sure how to fix them. Goodbye, say goodbye. Down here. Down here. Okay. I like that waterfall better now. Okay, we have some tree stuff going on. We got some waterfall stuff going on. I can probably fix the water area on the bottom really well with the X-Acto knife. We'll do that in a minute. The rocks are the one thing that I'm just like, I don't know what to do for this just yet to fix it up. I'm trying to think. Do I have any? I have a minor idea. I don't know how well this is going to go. Let's dry it first. Um, I think, therefore I am. I think is what I'm about to do going to cause a problem. I'm considering putting some water down on some of this and putting lunar black on it and letting the granulation kind of do its thing to add some texture to this and some shadows, but I don't know. But if so, the whole thing has to be wet and it's going to cover up all the little white bits that I put on there, and I don't want to do that because then it's going to overlap on the water. So I really don't want to do it. I should have done it before I did the rest of the water. I think I'm going to commit to it the way it is and just go for it. That's probably best. I have to figure out what to do for rock to make rock look better. Next phase two, next time we'll figure that out. All right, let's uh let's dry that down thoroughly. Stop that. You made me think. I think I know what I'm gonna do for the rocks then. I was gonna use the X-Acto knife for the water, and I'm going to still, but I think I can use it for the rocks too to give some texture in there. Let's see. Oh yeah, I can do it on the waterfall itself to add some. Whoa. Hello, stop that. Is that tightening it or loosening it? The blade was loose. I have to tighten it down. Is it this way or the other way? Today's Thursday. Oh, the new Strange New Worlds episode is today. What did I do? I just took it out. Why is it? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh no, that's loosening it. What the hell? There we go. Jeez. Just using it was like yanking it out of its holder. That's better. Sheesh. Hi there. Oh, I ran out of paper towels. Got it. I think we've got plenty of those Viva ones. They work great. Okay, let's get some of the water. Sounds terrible, but it works really well. Maybe I'll forget. I hope you never do it. Yo, waterfall's turning out great so far. Thank you. It's getting there. It's definitely one of those. It was in the ugly phase for a long time. It's kind of getting there. I'm not too unhappy with it. I mean, for a first try, it's not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. But it shows room for improvement, right? We'll learn our lessons from this and figure it out. I'm probably done scraping stuff away. He says as he keeps scraping stuff away. Yeah, I think it's all right. Did you stay in this time? You did. Yeah, it's not bad. Split off. You first. Okay. It is not too shabby. As always, when you peel the tape off, it makes things look 10 times better, right? Comment. Yeah, it's not too terrible. Yeah, it looks kind of like a waterfall. I realize it's a little brighter actually on the camera than it is in person. It's not too bad. I probably need to do something to change the color of the sky. I wanted to keep it kind of light, like the sun was in the middle on top of it, but it made it so bright that it kind of blended in with the color of the waterfall itself. But it's not too terrible. I'm not still not a fan of the rocks. I need to get better at figuring out how to do like rock faces and cliffs and things like that. I think that would help tremendously make this look better if the rock was better. Yeah. All right. Well, now what? That took like an hour. So what can I do now? There's something I wanted to try, totally unrelated to waterfalls. So we can probably come back to this in the future because I still have something. I have a project I need to do to the side using a waterfall. Um, Probably bigger than this. Uh, but I want to get better at doing it small before I try to do a larger waterfall, right? So next time we do waterfalls, I'll probably go in and I'll do some research online with you, and maybe we'll find some tutorials and we'll try to copy them to see if we can learn some new techniques. In the meantime, let's scoot that little guy to the side over here, and let's grab another sheet. I just want to play. I'm just going to spend some time playing around then. Um, I saw someone do a really cool, ooh, that didn't work really well. There we go. I saw someone blending their opera pink with a bunch of other colors to test mixing it, and I thought that was kind of neat looking, so we can do that really quick. I'm just going to mix up a lot of opera pink. Okay. I'm just going to do some opera pink right there. And there. Just fine. Okay. And then let's pick some colors to mix with it. Before I do that, let me snag a pen. I'll just write what this is up here. Opera pink. Okay, I'll keep the pen nearby. Okay, so very first, I guess I can dry this really quick. Art Pops, hello, welcome in. Hey, you just missed me screwing around trying my first waterfall. I did a very, I can't add enough varies, very rough waterfall, the first one. I'll get closer so you can see it. If you're on landscape, uh, show that one first. I don't like the rock. I need to do better on making the rock face part of it, I think. And then this guy over here. Waterfalls are hard, no shit. It's tough. I did watch some YouTube tutorials earlier today and then some earlier this week just to kind of get like a gauge on it. But next time I do one, maybe we'll research a couple different methods that we see online, or I can get some suggestions from people, and we'll try to reproduce those and learn some lessons from it, some techniques from it, right? And see if we can reproduce it at all. And then we'll just keep trying and keep trying and keep trying because I have a project coming up that I need to put a waterfall in, and I want to make sure to get practiced on it before I do it because I don't want that to be the thing that screws it up because it's kind of the central focus of that. So that's the reason for that. This is just me spending time for the rest of the stream. I'm just experimenting with Opera Pink, and I'm going to do some mixes. So I'm going to pick some colors and put them down and write down what they are. And then I'm going to mix them together and see what the end result looks like. So we'll see. So to begin with, I think maybe, because all of this is opera pink, let's pick a first color. I think I might do like a Roy G. Biv kind of thing. And but I don't want to do just red because pink and red is just going to make a reddish pink, and that's not really a great mix. So maybe I'll start with an orange. Uh, Aussie red gold is always gorgeous. Let's see what those two look like together. Plus, and this is going to be Aussie red gold equals whatever we come up with on the side. Okay, so let's see. Aussie red gold is uh, this one, right? Right there. Just gonna scrub some of that off so I can get that off on here. I'll do anything. Okay, Aussie red gold. So pretty. Looks like that. All right, let me mix some up and get it on the palette. Just shove it here in the middle where there's nothing for the moment. Okay, yeah. All right, that still has some in it. Get out of here. Get out of my brush, you jerk. Ooh. Figure out that no one will call. I think I've got a lot of friends, but I don't hear from them. What's another night all alone? When you're spending every day on your own. Here it goes, I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. That's nice. I know that it's nobody cares, cause I'm alone in the world and is having more fun than me tonight. If the night is dead, I'll crawl up to your bed. I'm staring at these four walls again. What's next? About the last time I had a good time. Everyone's got somewhere to go. But they're gonna leave me here on my own. And here it goes. I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. Okay. Um, Nobody cares because I'm alone in the world. Let's do green appetite genuine. No, sap green. Sap green. Wide awake and bored and I can't go to sleep. Every night is the worst night ever. I'm just a kid. I'm just a kid. Hey, I'm just a kid and life is a nightmare. I'm just a kid, I know that it's not fair. Nobody cares cause I'm alone in the world. There's nobody wants to be alone in the world. Be alone in the world. Nice. More fun than me tonight. I'm all alone tonight. Let's do phthalo blue. Phthalo blue. What are you gonna do? Dad, look at me. I go up according to plan. You think I'm wasting my time doing things I want to do? It hurts and disapprove all along. And now I try hard to make it. I just want to make you proud. I'm never gonna be good enough for you. And then I'm alright. But nothing me. Nothing lasts forever. I'm sorry I can't be perfect. That's a beautiful purple. That's a beautiful purple. Opera pink, phthalo blue for the win for that one. That's nice. Okay. Um, let's see here. Let's see. Oh, we can do New Gamboge. It's not too far off though from Aussie Red Gold. We'll come back to it. Like we don't care anymore. How about Hansa Yellow Light? I just wanna make you proud. Never gonna be good enough for you. Can't pretend. Oh yeah, words. You know it's alright. You know still doesn't last forever. I'm sorry, I can't be perfect. Just you. I can't sing that high unless I belt it and scream it, and I'm not going to do that on stream or in the apartment. In the car, sure. Think that you said it's gonna make this right again. Want you and you don't understand. It's been all nothing lasts forever. I'm sorry, I can't be perfect. Perfect. And still nothing lasts forever. All right. Very weak. I think that's just what it's going to be. Okay. Kind of a muddy orange. Doing okay, but I want you to know I'm addicted to you. About me, do you think I deserve this? I try to make you happy. I'm trying to forget that I'm addicted to you, but I want it and I need addicted to you. Now it's over. What you said. Let's do phthalo green. Heartbreaker. To you. Deserve this, I try to make you happy. I did all that I could. I loved anyway. I'm trying to forget that I'm addicted to you. But I want it and I need it. I'm addicted to you. Over. Can't forget what you said, and I never wanna do this again. Heartbreaker, heartbreaker. How long will I be waiting until the end of time? It makes a purple. Well, it is phthalo green blue shades, so that kind of makes sense in a way. Okay. Try and get that addicted to you, but I want it, need it, I'm addicted to you. Let's try Quinn Deep Gold. And you know what? Let's add something else to it. Let's do Linner Black. Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker. Solve that mystery. It's mystery. like? Welcome to my life. Okay. Um, let's do these two. Alizarin Crimson and Indian Yellow. Mhm. Don't know what it's like. Welcome to my life. Great song. Ooh, that's a pretty color. Um, oh, whoa, so jealous. What time is it where you are? Not more than anything. Because no one's so hard. Waiting for the thunder rain. Upside down in this town. Making me crazy. Morning, midnight, going out of it. Do Viridian and Lavender for the last one. Yo! Oh my gosh, it looks so great, right? I like the color mixes. They're pretty fun. What time is it where you are? 5 more days and I'll be home. I keep your picture in my car. I hate the thought of you alone all the time. Just to try to keep you off my mind. Try to figure out the time zones, making me crazy. At midnight, going out of my head, alone in this bed. I wake up to your sunset, and it's driving me mad. I miss you so bad, and my heart is so jet lagged. Heart is so jet lagged. Heart is so jet lagged. So jet lagged. I miss you so bad. I miss you so bad. I see the same sunrises. Taking you right back to where you were holding me. Coming out of my head alone, it's better wake up to your sunset. And it's driving me mad. I miss good morning. Coming out of my head alone, and it's better wake up to your sunset. And it's driving me mad. I miss you so bad. And my heart is so jet lagged. Heart is so jet lagged. Heart is so jet lagged. So jet lagged. Nice. Well, that's a fun thing to do with side time, is just making color mixes like that, using one color as a base. That's fun. I like that. Let me dry it off really quick. If I don't have you, being on top of the money in the world, if I can't blow it all on you. I was on the market and my real guns too, but it's all so clear that without you here, I'm the loser of the year. All right, let's turn that down. We can wrap up. So, yep, here is the waterfall. You know how it is. First time doing anything is always kind of blah, especially with no traditional training. I'm just winging it after watching some YouTube videos to get like a basic idea. So I will clearly work on this and do more. I noticed it's very vertical. There's not a whole lot of angle, to the side of this. It's very straight up and down. I'm right in front of it. So there's no perspective. That's the word I'm looking for. Um, and I don't like the rock, but I'll work on that. I'm pretty satisfied with like shrubbery on top. It doesn't have to be perfection. It just has to look like there's stuff up there, and there does. And the sky, it looks like sky. If I put it down here and you look at just that, hey, that looks like a nice painting. I bring it down here and I look at like the bottom of it and the water. The water looks kind of all right. It looks like it might be water. It's got some reflections. It's all right. The waterfall itself is okay as well. The rock, just I didn't like quite how the rock came out. I have to learn how to do rock. Then I can come back and try to relearn how to do waterfall. Then I can try to go back and try to put it all back together again, maybe with some perspective and see how I like it. But we're gonna do it more. I need to practice it. And then this came out really nice. It's still wet. I didn't dry it all the way. But yeah, these the color mixes came out really nice. Really pretty. I'll get close so you can see what they look like on the landscape camera. Go it over to the portrait camera. Yeah. So that came out pretty good. I like that. But yeah, I think that's good for the day. Let me go ahead and grab some of my stuff, start putting it up. Can I do that? Okay, and then you, my friend, can go over here where you belong. The stuff can go up. These are all clean and drying. That can go up in my drawer. All right. Today's Thursday. I should be back on Monday. I will say though, Monday, if I stream, I might end up gaming again if I stream. Monday is a day that I'm pretty certain I'm gonna need to go up to the office to work, and I'll probably be there like right up until 3 o'clock, and then getting home with traffic and everything. I'd probably be getting here like shortly before I would start a stream, and there's no time to decompress, and I just won't feel it. If by some miracle I get done with everything, and I come home slightly early, I might stream, but if I do, I probably won't be in the right head space to do painting because of what I have to do on Monday. It's just going to be irritating. I already know it. So if I do anything, it's going to be full decompression mode. It's going to be playing a video game or no stream at all. We'll see. But I will try to be here on Monday to play something or do something. Um, if so, I still have Restory on my list. I've been playing it personally and I love it, but there's only one save. So I have to either complete it between now and Monday for my own personal playthrough and then reset it for you or reset it beforehand. If I have to do that, I might pick a different game. We'll see. Regardless, I'm going to head on out. You guys have a great rest of your week. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. My name is Bear. I've been Barely Watercoloring, and I'm going to head on out. Guys, thank you all so very much for being here. I appreciate y'all. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Goodbye. Goodbye. Good night, everybody. Good night. Good night. Farewell. I'll see y'all later. Check out my new end screen. All right, I'll see you guys later. Bye.